In my previous video, I talked about test-driven development. I showed you how to test your code, but there's an issue with my implementation. It's the fact that I throw the same exact error in every single test method. Insane, isn't it? The type of error that I throw doesn't actually matter. They all behave the same way, they throw the same error. So that's all good. I could throw error for all I care. It wouldn't matter. Unless I need to catch that error, in which case, yes, make your errors as different as possible. So it will be easier to catch them. But these are just test methods which I do not catch at all. So what's my issue with this? The fact that I specify the same formatting every single time. This expected string is in all of these methods, and I'm sure you know the dry principle, don't repeat yourself. I am very much repeating myself. Well, in test methods, that's maybe more fine than not, but still that's not perfect. Because what I'm repeating isn't perfect either. What I have is what value I expect the method to return, its actual value, but it's shown in the specifically part of the error message. And I don't even show the input that was going to be converted, which would give me some context about the test case that I wrote some long time ago, potentially. I haven't yet. I started doing it like, what, 2 days ago? When I discovered TDD on my course, but still, that will eventually come. And also, here's the fact that I specified the same exact stack trace in every single method. Well, there's a solution to this. Making your own error object. It's actually not as difficult as it might seem, so you don't have to create your own function that just throws your perfect error. That would mess up your stack trace with no particular reason. Now, how do we do this? First of all, we create a class. Name it however you want. It doesn't have to end with error, but it should, in my opinion, for consistency. Because if we go to the docs of error and go to the tree of all the errors that exist, all of them end in error. And if you name your own error objects accordingly, then it's going to be easier to read your code and it's going to be better, essentially. So, what's important for us? The fact that this class isn't just itself with nothing else is the fact that we extend error, or method error, or value error, or OS error, or the other stuff. Because by doing this, we already get all of the required things for a class to be considered a valid error. We don't have to worry about stuff that we don't have to worry about. And we can actually do what we need. So in the new method, so in the constructor, which happens when we pass stuff into the error that we're throwing right now. So in these brackets. Here we can specify all the things that we need. Let's go back to the docs, and the most important property that we need to set is message. It's the actual message that shows after error, colon, and then your message. What is the stack trace, which will point to the line of code that threw that error? You can change it. Extra is what shows after specifically, and so on. The other stuff, wow, I did not know you could do that. Holy shit. Well, now that's a discovery. Wow. Did you know that? If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. See, I trapped you. The other stuff I never really cared about, but you can. You don't have to because they are assigned automatically, so you don't have to touch them. But if for some reason you need to, you can. So, why do I not just assign the message property myself? Why do I have this message variable that I then pass into the constructor of the upper class, error. Well, this is actually a strange issue which I didn't think I would have. I tried to assign what, which, let's look at, oh right, I don't do there, I do here. This, the second parameter, is the what parameter. And I can set the stack trace to -1 to show the correct thing. If my implementation even allowed me to do that, because it doesn't really, and I mentioned that issue in my previous video, we might come back to it later. But I couldn't set my stack trace to the correct one. I tried what equals -1, which is exactly what happens, supposedly, but it didn't work. But if I use super, if you didn't know, means the upper class, so error in this case. So you can change this to error. I don't think you should, but you can. Then new, or rather, let's go back to error. If we did it this way, we wouldn't need new. We could just do this. But it's recommended to do it in this more classy way, because this shows us the connection between the child class and the parent class. And yeah, I know HK is weird because you do have to call the new method explicitly. The new method was never meant to be called explicitly because it's meant to be syntax sugar in some sense. But HK, I guess. Woohoo! And now I specify the message variable that I made and the stack trace, because I couldn't do it explicitly. If you figured out how that shit works, please let me know in the comments, because obviously I would like to learn that. So now, my error object that I created with my perfect formatting that I want for most of my test cases, because I mean, first goes the message, then the input, so the starting thing that we're going to change using this method, what I expect the test method to return, and what it actually returned. A very sensible structure for a test. Well, now, instead of what we had before, putting some formatting, repeating it time after time, I don't need to. I specify first the error message, which for me, having the name of the method is all that I need. And it's maybe more understandable to me than an actual error message, which I might need to change or whatever. Here I don't need to, but you can decide what your error message should be. Then we get input, so what we started with, then we get expected and actual. All the formatting is done automatically. Let's check and break my code so we can actually see that error message. Here it is. Error, we get our error message, input, the input, expected, and actual. So you see that we're being thrown on the line that actually throws the error, not on the function, the test method. Let us go there. So not to this line where this method is called, but on the line that the error actually gets thrown. Well, don't worry, you don't have to do it my way, because first of all, why does this even happen? Because of my implementation of running tests. So testable is an interface, I would call it at the very least. I know it's a stretch, but I still call it that. It implements run all, which is a method to run all methods of a class. Very useful because I don't have to do this, add months, then this. I don't have to explicitly call every single one of them because I will forget some, I am sure of that. Now I can just create an instance and then run all, and that's all I need. But there's an issue with this, the fact that the stack trace is fucked, and that's why I pass the name of the method myself. But once again, you don't have to do that. Why? Because that's actually not needed. If you open this call stack, which you can do, in case you didn't know, once I learned that, I was like, holy shit, I've been missing so much. On the third line, or at least on the third line for me, you can see the method that actually threw that error. So you still have the information, it's just more annoying to get to. It's nicer for me to see that immediately in the error message. However, there's still this shit factor that I'm passing a hard-coded string that I surely didn't need to have hard-coded, right? You are correct, because this doesn't need to be done this way. And if you're interested in how to get the name of the method that threw the error, once again, very much possible, thanks to Miha on the Discord, on the AutoHotkey Discord. Then leave a comment. If you're interested in that, I'll make a video on that topic as well. To wrap up, what did we accomplish? We went through repeating the same code with the same formatting for every single one of our tests into creating maybe different error objects for different situations. For example, I also have another error object that also shows the types. For checking date time, or rather testing date time, the types don't matter, but they might. And then I just throw the same exact error in every single place. So a bit more of a dry principle following. If it wasn't for the passing a literal string, which is the name of the method. I know it's bad. So if this was useful to you, press a like, type some comment, maybe you have a question or a suggestion. Definitely subscribe so you don't miss my content, but most importantly, stay fresh, cheese bags! I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!